Alright guys, we are back with another one. As I stated in my last video, I have an overabundance of clips and I can't suffer through this alone, so I need you guys to suffer along with me. So we're getting right back into it again with some more wacky, crazy, delusional, spaced out liberal women. Let's get into it.
Well, the federal courts stopped too many of their executive orders, so now they want to come after the federal courts and the judges. And they're trying to figure out ways to do that. So, it totally is like Hitler.
I very openly acknowledge and actually talk about my privilege on this page and in my real life. What's crazy to me is the level of fucking delusion people like you have to think that a billionaire and all of his billionaire friends are going to come and fucking save you. Delusional.
Did you know that being Jewish was illegal in Nazi Germany? And therefore kicking the illegals out of the country was cheered on and seen as a great thing?
So we're damn near about to go to war with Canada, and half of the American people are rooting for Canada. Yeah. Go Canada!
So Sergeant C, you seem very uncomfortable with the idea that the Constitution applies to everybody and that everybody in America is guaranteed their rights under the Constitution, you seem uncomfortable with the rule of law applying equally to everybody and that everybody should have due process rights and that the government should be held to account and abide by the law. And there are places on planet Earth where citizens don't have that kind of safety or those rights, and including free speech, freedom of association, freedom to protest. And those places are like where the government can snatch you off the street and they will not be held accountable for your death. I think that those countries are like China, Russia. They're authoritarian dictatorships. Go to North Korea. You'd be much more comfortable in those types of places that.
Okay, I found her today. This is the first time I've ever seen this individual. And I downloaded 4 of her clips. I guess they were all taken kind of back to back to back because she's wearing the same thing, sitting in the same spot. And I said enough is enough. I didn't really want to dig further into her page. But the way how she sounds very unsure of herself and keeps looking off to the side, she's like that in every one of her clips. This girl is a criminal defense lawyer. Like, would you guys, even if it's the tiniest little crime, and you were just trying to get out of a fine, would you feel comfortable if this was your lawyer? She doesn't seem sure of herself whatsoever. Okay, so a few points that she brought up. She's saying how the Constitution is equal to everybody who's in America. It's nice how she words that. If you come across the border illegally and you're in America, it doesn't mean that the Constitution should apply to you as well. So that's a little incorrect, what she's standing by there. Like, I would say, obviously, if you're an American citizen or even on your path to citizenship, then yeah, the Constitution applies to you. If you're not supposed to be there, no, you have no constitutional rights. You have obviously humane rights that should apply all around the world, but you have no constitutional rights. And then she wants to bring up, it's the same thing with the law. The law applies to everybody, and she talks about due process. I love it when these libtards bring up due process, because you know what? When it comes to an illegal immigrant not getting what they think is their due process and just being deported, that is terrible, and Trump is an evil, mean person. Yet, when it came to that court case that they want to, grip onto, how he's a 34-time adjudicated rapist, as they like to call it, with that fair trial that Judge Mershon gave him with the whole choose your own adventure thing at the end. The choose your own adventure thing denied Trump of his due process. He did not know what he was actually being charged with, and he still doesn't know what exactly he was charged with, because it's not the one misdemeanor that was multiplied 34 times that gave him a felony charge. It was one of 3 other charges that the jury, with the jury instructions, got to pick from. And that was only made clear, even to the jury, in the very last 60 seconds of that trial. Trump was completely robbed of his due process. And also, you want to bring up the whole constitutional right thing, he was a sitting president who had a gag order on him even after the trial was done. That was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And then what's cute is the second half of her clip, she starts bringing up, how there's places on the planet that don't actually have all these same rights that we get to enjoy over here. And of course, she wants to bring up China and Russia. She did leave one very important country out, especially when she actually wants to mention how they could just snag you off of the street and get you killed without facing any form of a penalty. I'm not sure if she's actually aware of how the Ukrainian army drafts its soldiers in a nice white van, tossed in there. Van door closed, drive away. Now you're going on the front lines to war. That sounds pretty dictatorish to me. It's really convenient how she leaves that out.
If it wasn't clear, we're fucked. I agree with Nick Fuentes. I got my account banned because I was so upset with that man. And now I'm like, you know what? Let him keep talking. Fuck!
One thing we're not going to do today is make great victims feel like they're leaving bad Yelp reviews. Like, go suck a big fat bag of Donkey Richards.
Hey guys, who wants to be in my group chat where we text each other war plans? I was thinking maybe we use like an unclassified chat and then I text us what we're gonna do in Yemen. Maybe like if we go to like other countries and stuff, then we can coordinate that. It'll be a cute little like girls group. Also, we can add like, journalists and stuff like that just to really get the word out. I know it's supposed to be a secret, but I'm just so excited about it. So who wants to join? Let me know.
Trump has to be real careful what he wants to classify as domestic terrorism, because if pew-pewing a CEO is the same charge as setting a Tesla on fire, I fear you're in trouble.
What I'm about to say will probably piss off a bunch of people, but let's fucking go. Stick with me till the end, please. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I have seen tons of content creators talking about how the end is near, how Jesus is coming. I've even had friends in real life talk to me about this because of things like the planes falling out of the sky, all the natural disasters, the fires, what's going on in our country and around the world right now. And it just had me thinking, if Jesus did come back right now, would literally be one of the best gotcha moments and ways to go out, because he saves some of us, others, whatever. But like, to think of him coming down and being like, you fucking idiots, you thought this guy was the second coming? Seriously? And then all the Christian magas freak out because somehow they did not see that coming, right? And then I can die happily with the biggest gotcha moment of all motherfucking time. Okay? I'm a petty bitch. I'll take it. I will fucking take it.
It's truly incredible how liberals have no clue, none whatsoever, that they are 100% on the wrong side of history. It's incredible. And I don't think they will ever be aware that they're wrong side of history. Jesus Christ can come back. And they'd all be expecting, oh, finally, somebody's going to tell all these MAGAs just how wrong they are. And he could say, actually, guys, you guys are a little messed up over here. And you're doing everything all wrong. You got all sorts of unethical things happening. Half of you don't even believe in me anymore. They would turn on Jesus Christ instantly, because even if they had God sitting in front of their face and proof that he exists and telling them what they're doing is wrong, they would tell him that he's human phobic or something, some type of BS like that. The last thing that anybody on the left should be doing is trying to preach about Jesus Christ or God to somebody on the right. Even if it's somebody on the right like me, who's not a practicing religious person. I believe and I have my faith, but as I said in the past, I don't go to church. I don't do a whole bunch of prayers like people do. There's some people out there, take it pretty serious. I, just kind of dabble a little bit. But I can see right through the complete leftist BS when it comes to religion and how they try and pretend that they're on the right side of things. And again, as I said, majority of them have chosen to step away from their faith. And the truth is, they know in the back of their mind that what they're doing is wrong. They know when they want to call them, they like to use the word sky daddy for God. You know, they're trying to be as disrespectful as they can, but they know in the back of their mind that obviously there is a higher power, but they choose to pretend and cosplay that none of this exists. That way they can justify all the wacky, stupid crap that they do.
Nazi president is not only crying in the Oval Office, he's on Twitter crying that Hassan Piker blocked him. He's made like 8 tweets about Hassan Piker blocking him. That's what he's spending his time doing.
I don't know about you guys, but I've never felt more confident in my vote for Kamala Harris than I do like right now. Like this is insane.
So RFK Jr. actually stands for Are You Fucking Kidding Me? Jokes aside, are you fucking kidding me? I hope this helps.
Seen a video of a dog a guy found. It was starving. That's what you're doing to me, America. You're not starving me. But you're leaving me sit out here with all these answers to problems you motherfuckers have. Trying to figure out me. This blows my mind. This blows my fucking mind. Trump, you make me absolutely disgusted! Go to jail! You fucking rapist!
You guys, the comments on my last TikTok are alarming. They genuinely believe that they are on the right side of history. That like everything going on is like great. And that the Democrats are the ones that are evil. Guys, I feel so hopeless right now because they really just can't see. They can't see it. They can't see how when you are celebrating a man who refuses to denounce the KKK, has gotten rid of segregation protections, who mocks disabled people, who is a bully, who sides with Nazis. When you see Nazis supporting a certain party or person, chances are that's gonna be the bad guy. So if you're asking yourself, am I on the right side of history? Take a look around. Are there Nazis around you? Because chances are that means that you're not.
Okay, we were just speaking about, being on the right side of history, and here we have another one. What she considers alarming comments, I don't even know what her video was about, it doesn't really matter. But what she sees as alarming comments, she should honestly be taking as a wake-up call. We don't just believe that we're on the right side of history. We know for a fact because we can trust our gut and you can feel it. She goes on to state that we just can't see, that like our eyes aren't open wide enough. I don't really think that, half of the people on the left understand. Our eyes have been open a long time. And the great thing is about once your eyes are open and once you're awake, you can't go back to sleep. You can't unsee. But that's the thing. When it comes to these people, it's not that they can't unsee, because I don't think they've ever seen, but even the ones that have seen, they want to unsee it afterwards. Kind of like that scene in the first Matrix movie when, I can't remember the guy's name, the one with the bald head. I'm not talking about Morpheus. The shorter white guy with the bald head, and he's sitting down with Agent Smith, and he's having a steak and a beer or something like that, and he's making a deal to sell out Neo and all them, so Agent Smith will put him back to sleep, so he can live in his fake life where he's happy. That's like liberals. They are content with living in a fake bubble, because I think some of them are actually aware that everything is fake, but they're happy. They stay happy. They just, don't disturb anything and leave it alone. And then she's going to bring up all the usual talking points that obviously she learned from short video clips on MSNBC and CNN, Trump not denouncing the KKK and all that garbage. And then she wants to bring up Nazis. Okay. Everybody on the left seems to stand with Ukraine, yet isn't there a form of Nazis over there? I brought it up before, but they'll never admit it. They're pretty much all supporting Nazis. I just seen a clip actually on X yesterday. You know, the Ukrainian army showing us their appreciation for all the funding that the U.S. has sent out there. It was two of them, and they had these like sticks with like a Trump head, a J.D. Vance head. I think Lindsey Graham was on there too, actually. You know, it's surprising to actually see Lindsey Graham there, but he did denounce Zelensky recently. With an American flag in front of it, and they burned it. It was a silent video. There was no audio to it. They burned it just standing there with like automatic weapons and watching this burn. They did have a little subtitle at the bottom. I can't remember what it was though, but it was pretty much, something threatening actually. Along the lines of like, you will regret this or something along those lines. It was something threatening again. So this is what they stand with. Absolutely brainwashed sheep of people. It's really quite disturbing. It's a good thing I take these days off every now and then to really flush out my brain from this, because I get worked up, you know, and it's going on 9 o'clock Eastern time right now, and it's like, I'm going to be upstairs in an hour or two, and I shouldn't go to bed angry. All right, guys, that brings us to a close this video. Of course, I have a last clip to send you guys off with. If you guys enjoyed the video and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.
What are we supposed to do if we try to do this march and this demographic and that demographic feels that they can't leave work to even participate? Like that, what's the point? What is the point? More people need to care. More people need to get out into the streets and do something. I am rapidly becoming more disabled, and I can't afford the health care that I need. I can hardly walk most days, but I have to keep working. I have to keep going. I can't march. You need to march. I'm disabled and transgender in a country that is starting to disappear people that they don't like. What am I supposed to do? I can't run away. I can't leave the country. I don't even know how to drive. I don't have a car. I couldn't even afford a car if I want to. And it's frustrating to see all these people making videos about how, it's so funny. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the march. Then what the fuck are we doing? I feel like the world is rapidly dying around me. My world is rapidly dying around me, and my safety is becoming more and more up to chance. The woman who was arrested, who had a visa in Somerville, Mass. That's in my neck of the woods. I live like up the road from there. What happens when they start mobilizing the police on trans people? What am I supposed to do? I've already talked this through with my. I talked this through at least once or twice with my ex-boyfriend. I am irreversibly changed by the steps of my transition that I have taken. Just my chest, but they would see me as mutilated. They would just kill me because of how disabled I am. Because I can't walk. Because I'm having GI issues where it's like, is this a fart or am I about to shit myself every moment of the day?